This conference will now be recorded.
All right, this is the week 2 critique. We're looking at logo icon sketches. And Gabrielle, you're here, so we're going to look at yours. Layla's Fair Trade Coffee. Just zoom in a little. Couple things right off the bat, Gabrielle. You put your sketches into the template. They're visible, easy to see. This is all good stuff. So this is a coffee from North Africa, Morocco kind of thing, and you've drawn upon some of the cultural aspects of that with some of these patterns and things like that. The lamp, the coffee pot, the moon, crescent moon seems like it fits with that as well. So you've done a good job doing some research and figuring out some ideas that are a little different. This first one, because it has sort of the word incorporated in the middle, I wouldn't do it that way. It makes it difficult to work with. But I do like this crescent moon. And I think you have a couple ideas here that are good. So the crescent moon is interesting. This kind of Moroccan looking pattern is nice with the L inside, as well as number 12. I'm not really partial to initials, but you seem to have worked that pretty well. These other things like the lamp and the coffee pot are sort of visual exploration. You'd have to sort of figure out how to make those kind of unique to your brand. Does that make sense, Gabrielle? All right. So what I would say going forward is to focus on, I would do number 9, number 7, and number 12, unless you feel really strongly about any of the others. All right, great. Next up, Lacey, you're right here, so that's good. All right, Lacey, these are not in the template, they're sideways, which makes them a little difficult to look at. So you have stone soup, and this is sort of a homemade soup from a mix. It kind of got a country hearth, home and hearth feeling. So you've got a ladle, you've got a bowl. Don't worry about the word mark right now. You've got the words written out. You're going to do that in the phase 2 of this, task 2, once you get your icon established. So an apron, that's what that is. Soup pooling on a stone. This is kind of interesting. Number 6, the spoon, but it kind of has a iconic kind of look to it. Maybe that's a potential, Lacey. So you've got a lot of redundant ideas. So you've taken the spoon every which way and a bowl. I want you to try to break out of the sort of literal ideas and think more about the keywords that relate to this brand and how would you visualize those keywords. Yeah, it's soup, and it's got the word stone in the name, but I would try to figure out something sort of more representative of the feeling you get from this soup, like, oh, I provided for my family, it's very homey, hearthy, warm, happy feeling kind of thing. So see if that lends you some more ideas, put them in the template, and then tomorrow I'll take a look again. Right now, I think potentially this one spoon, just add water, maybe 12. Yeah, perhaps. I mean, you'd have to make the bowl really interesting. All right, Lacey, I'll let you go at it. Who else do we have here? Jess. Let's see if we can find Jess quickly. Over here. All right, there we are, Jess. All right, Thor's coffee. So this is this Nordic coffee. It's really strong. You've clearly investigated some Nordic iconography, symbolism. There's the sort of traditional Thor's hammer, um, a Viking ship, this kind of iconic stuff. Um, so the ones that jump out at me, one of these two, these seem a little redundant. I know there's slight variations, but um, sort of pick one and make it as sort of bold and iconic as you can. Um, the hammer sort of by itself isn't really a logo. I mean, it's like a good drawing of it, but if you could sort of figure out how to make that more unique, does that make sense, Jess? Uh, yeah, all right. So the Viking ship, of course, is very symbolic of ancient Nordic culture, but again, like what makes it unique to Thor's coffee? This guy with the broken horn is cool. I think you could do something with that. The look on his face is sort of determined, tough look. Maybe that fits with your brand pretty well. I see you're trying to spell out the word coffee. A little kind of difficult to do that. And then you've got the coffee cup with the hammer. Um, Yeah, I'm not really sure that's working. It's kind of odd to sort of figure out what's going on there. Um, yeah, strength. Okay, so the sort of power of the hammer coming out of the cup. Well, I like conceptually what you're saying there. But I think you have to figure out how to make it a little more tight, kind of iconic. Um, like maybe this guy is drinking coffee. Could be fun. This symbol, number 10, let's see, the troll cross. All right. So, could you do something with this? Like you've got an interesting shape. Could you turn it into something related to the product more in some way? Um, I mean, by itself, it's an interesting icon, but if you're sort of stealing it from somewhere else, I'd rather you make it more your own. Does that make sense, Jess? You there, Jess? By the way, any of you are welcome to turn on your microphone if you're in a quiet place. All right.
Yes, I agree.
All right. So, Jess, you've got like number one, number 9 and number 10 are currently my favorites. If you feel strongly about the other ones, you want to go further, you can do that. But otherwise, those are the three that I would say to pursue to the next level.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
that does make sense. Yeah, I do like the. What about number 11? Because it's Thor written in ancient runes.
Yeah.
The
So, yeah, it doesn't really strike me as sort of a good icon. And it's sort of like three symbols, and I think that this is better. The singular kind of thing is the better. They sort of like want to keep it simple and singular. I mean, this would be like maybe fourth place
okay,
or
sounds good.
number 12. Yeah, you did good research there, so that's good.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Rebecca, you're next. Let's see if we can find you quickly. Oh, you're still working your sketches. All right, well, I hope this is helpful seeing what other people did. All right. So I got Jess, Lacey, Gabriel, Rebecca. All right. So I'll do Ashley now. Ashley, saffron cookies. These are cookies from the Himalaya, saffron flowers. Um, you put your sketches into the template. They could be a little better contrast, better cropping, just to like show off your work a little better. You've got some symbols that are kind of interesting, sort of this orchid looking thing. And it seems like you repeated it a couple different times. You've got a heart with this sort of orchid thing as well, a couple of times. What you want to have is 12 unique ideas. So you've got a lot of redundant ideas here. I think number 2 is interesting. I think number 10 is interesting. So those two could be potential. This is just sort of a flower drawn, and this is like a sun drawn. You want to like be more conceptual with this. Maybe look at Himalayan culture and see what you can find there to sort of give you a few more ideas. And then when you put these into the template, you want to like blow them up, fill the frame, crop them out, give them high contrast so you can really see the sketches. All right, next up, Emily, Green Mountain Maple Candy. So in each one of these, it looks like you've added the word mark, and the process we want you to go through is creating an icon and then adding the word mark. What you're creating is sort of a combo mark, like in this case, it's sort of an emblem, which is okay. It's a way to do a logo, but it's not highly functional, and it's not what we're asking you to do for this assignment. So consider how you would pull it out and create a separate icon. Now, in terms of visual imagery, you've got mountain, mountain, maple leaf, maple leaf, maple leaf, mountain, 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 mountain. So not enough variety. You need 12 unique ideas. I see 2 ideas. Consider more sort of like the end benefit of this, maybe who uses it, things like that. Think about creating uniqueness in the mark. So instead of just a mountain, what is the mountain? Like this one here is a little closer with the mountain in the maple leaf. We've got that twice. So one of these might be an icon. And the Green Mountains aren't quite, this look like the Himalayas. So try to generate some additional ideas that don't involve either mountains or maple leaves. And consider the fact that this has mint in it, which is kind of what makes it unique. So maybe there's something there that you can pursue. These are nice looking sketches. They could be a little better contrast. But again, no words right now, just come up with the pictures. All right, Maria, you're doing peace cookies and you've done some good research. These are real clear, easy to see. So you've got those kind of scroll from the page. Number 1 is a Chinese lantern, and that's your favorite. So make that one of them. It's got the little cookie on it, so it makes it different than a regular lantern. The scroll, the hand fan can be fun. This is number 12. Let's see, number 12, the bonsai. Yeah, this is interesting. When I first looked at this and I saw your dragon over here, I do like dragon coming out of the cookie. Definitely that's one of them. You could also combine this bonsai and dragon in one, and then the lamp, and that would be your 3 interesting ideas. Number 10, fortune cookie covered in chocolate. So that's kind of just a picture of the product. You did some good work on this. If you want to explore some additional ideas, try to steer away from showing cookies. Number 6, lotus flower. Yeah, so it's like even if you're just taking the lotus flower, can you do something to make it unique? You know, a different kind of lotus flower just for you. But I think you've got one here, number 1, number 9, and number 12, and I would love to see if that becomes the dragon bonsai. Just brainstorming there. All right. Next up is Emily. Stonehaven English toffee, and you've grabbed onto the English stuff. You've got a castle, iconic objects from England. Yeah, the telephone box. So what you want to do is make them sort of unique for your idea. So you've got that here. Definitely number 6 jumps out, the dog, the hunting fox, the fox hunting dog, hound, sorry. Yeah, now, if you put this in some sort of containing shape and then you're adding your logo type, this could be a great logo. Yeah, so this is like the castle made of toffee. I do like that idea as well. So that would be a second idea. Let's see, what's number 9? The foxhound. Number 9 is also another. Oh, this is the horse. Oh, yeah. So the horse is good too. Horse, dog, castle. Good thinking, good research here. Good job placing your sketches and they're clear and easy to see. All right, Jess, we did. Alexander. All right, Olympic coffee. All right, so you've given me a picture of your entire sketchbook placed in the template and then a screenshot of that. What you need to do is place each individual sketch into the template properly and then give me a JPEG or PDF of the page from InDesign, not a screenshot. So on this, because it's Olympic coffee, it's got some Greek stuff. The hand with the lightning bolt might work because it's got a lot of wake me up power. Let's see, number 10 looks kind of like a helmet. Say OC, yeah. The initials aren't that great as an idea. Let's see, what's number 3? Go-to cup with a pillar. I've seen that a lot. I mean, that's the real cups that they have out there. What you want to do is make something sort of unique for your coffee mug with the Olympic flame. That could be interesting, perhaps. Yeah, number 5 is of interest. Number 6 is of interest. Let's see, number 8 is sort of a coffee cup made of a ring of olive branches. Those are possible ideas. So whenever you draw just something straight, you know, like a shield and spear, you want to make it unique to your brand, and that would make it more of an icon. But I do think you have some ideas here that could work. So number 5, number 6, and number 8. All right. Section 2. All right, Ebony, wacky noodles. All right. These are placed in. I would do a little touch up on your sketches. So number 1 looks like a noodle bowl. Kawaii. Yes, all right, so you kind of got that. A lot of these are redundant though. Number 6 jumps out as an option. The little bear is kind of fun, number 11. Excuse me, let me close this. The noodle personified, that's a cool idea, so do that. Those 3 could be your icons. Now, so a lot of these are sort of redundant. It's like, here's the bowl with a face, here's a box with a face. There's the bear again, maybe. The box of noodles running crazy. This is funny. If you can clarify that and simplify it, it's like a little too much going on right now, but that could be an option instead of number 6. So I think you have a few ideas that work there, and this is a tough one. All right, so I think you've done some good research and you know where you're going with this. Hope that's helpful. All right, Miggy, you're doing Patty's Pantry, the Irish soda bread sticks, soda bread snacks. You've got a couple of Celtic knots that are kind of good, and a few. I kind of like these double P. I usually don't like initials, but number 7, number 8, number 9 are good. I do like this with the beer keg, number 11. Some of these, this is like sort of a generic, you know, here's the Celtic knot. So steer away from that. But the ones that are a little more unique, like this number 7, I like a lot. Number 8 and number 11, those would be the 3 I think are the best. But good job on that. All right, Michael, you're doing Dark Wave Soap, which is kind of a gothy soap. These are all pretty good. Looks like you did some research. I like number 7 jumps out as a good one. Number 8, I do like this butterfly moth thing, which looks really strange. Monarch. All right, so those are the 3 that jump out to me, 7, 8, and 10. If you really feel strongly about any others, you should go for that as well. I mean, instead of one of the 3. But that's a great start. You're off to a good start there. All right. Let's see, Casey. Oh yeah, Casey. So Shaman Tea, you've got the Dreamcatcher, you've got some nice detailed sketches, but I'm looking for sort of like unique ideas. The Dreamcatcher jumps out, the Thunderbird, this headdress with this sort of implied face in there is kind of interesting. The sun is kind of cool. Number 9, let's see, what's that? Yeah, that is really cool. All right, so you've got some good ideas here. I'll just tell you the 3 that jump out at me are number 5, number 7, number 9. But if you want to go with any of the others instead of those 3, that's fine with me. That you've got some good work here, some good research, and good job executing it. All right, Gabrielle, we went through yours. Lacey, we did yours. All right, that's it. All right, guys, some good work coming out this month. I can't wait to see where you go with this. I'll be back on tomorrow at noon to give you more critique.